Hello, everybody. My name's Gideon Keown, and this is Derail Valley. And I have put together a monstrosity. I have made what might be a big mistake, but well, we're gonna give it a shot because I'm nothing if not persistent in my stupidity. We have 4 DE2s and the slug, and 48 of the finest flat cars, log cars, and right at the tail end you can see here some more flat cars with containers. We're going to 3 locations. We're going to Steel Mill, we're going to Forest Center, and we're going to Southwest City? City Southwest, yep. All of this culminating in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 jobs, totaling 776 tons. I've already run the math. I think we can do this. But look at how long the train is. It stretches the entire E block. It goes all the way out there. Win or lose, here we go. Let's give it a shot. Give it the old college try. I wanted to do this because I wanted to give a good test for the slug. I don't know. This is probably going to end in disaster. I'm expecting this to end in disaster, to be honest. So yeah, the train goes all the way back, and that's the last one there. Treyeg. It's all organized. All the steel mill stuff is up front. All the only thing going to the logging camp is going to be the logging cars, which are the ones in the middle, and then the rest of this all goes to the city. And I did it that way so I can leave some on the tracks. You'll kind of see my thought process. I feel like I thought this actually through a little bit. Other than general placing of them in the consist, because in order to save time, I did the old shuffling everything together before B8S, B7S, B7S, B8S, B8S, B4S. The good news is it actually should all pretty much go to the same place anyway. Pretty close to it, at least. We gotta be careful, though. We can't go too fast. Oh, this is not gonna end well. We're so long, I think everything in the back might derail because it's going so fast around the corner. Or not, because we're going to start slowing down now that I think about it. I chose mostly logistics jobs in the hopes of making this super long, but keeping the weight down. That was my thought, at least. I'm hoping that the slug will get us up the hill. This is going to be the hardest part, is going to be getting out of the harbor. Because the harbor is nothing but an uphill grade all the way out. Oh, we made all that. So all 700 tons should now be on the hill grade. Stabilizing? Maybe? The heat's still going up. Oh god, I hope we can stabilize. Come on. Oh, we're actually gaining. Are we gaining speed? Very, very slowly, but I think we're gaining speed. Nope, we're losing it. Oh man, we are holding at speed. We're gonna still be in that tunnel, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, we haven't even begun to leave the tunnel. The rest of the train's all the way still back. Oh my god, it's still all the way down here. There are no brakes on. Yeah, we still haven't left the tunnel. And we're gonna start losing speed here. Who's overheating? Someone's overheating. Or is it just... Oh, you're not even on. Oh, no, you're on. Why is your temperature so freaking low? Why is this one like... .099 is like not doing anything for some reason. Amp meter, yeah, it's turned on. But we're holding and the temperature is going back down. God, I don't know. This might actually be possible. Oh, look at this long-ass train. It's still almost all the way back to the tunnel. 48 cars, almost a full 50. 48 cars, 4 DE2s, and the slug. We're maintaining speed and losing temperature, so I think we're probably fine to leave it where it's at. Holy shnikes. This might be like right at our freaking limit. Oh my god, this is like right at the fucking limit. Do I have a watch on me? I do not. What time? I don't know what time it is in game. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Give it a little bit of the beans. Since we've got extra... Oh, yeah, no, we're gaining speed. We're gaining speed, so the temperature will start going back down. There needs to be an in-game clock somewhere. There's probably an in-game watch you can buy. Like a pocket watch. Holy smokes. I was thinking about how I wanted to do the thumbnail. I don't think there's any way I'm going to get... There's no freaking way I'm going to get the whole train in one gargantuan thumbnail. Oh. Going into the next tunnel. Gaining speed. Tunnel says 60. I also, just for general heads up to anybody who might be curious, I've also fully given up on the idea of any time bonuses. I might get some, I might not, but we'll just have to see. I'm expecting probably the steel mill loads will be able to make time bonus. After that, it's kind of crapshoot. Okay, so note to self, 776 tons is right about the limit. I bet you about 800 tons is the limit for this combo. We're pretty close to 800 tons. We're gonna back off just a little bit on the throttle. We're gonna walk the train. Oop, get out of here. Ah! I'm gonna see how long it's gonna take us to walk all the way back to the back of the train. I'm sprinting, by the way. I'm not using the dash, but I'm holding, like, if I slow down, see, I'm sprinting. I just thought of something. I gotta make sure we're going the right way. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Before I try and abandon the locomotive. And we'll leave it to that. So back about right here is where we were. Sprinting full charge. This is a long freaking train, man. It's all so dark, I'm sorry, everybody. I, once again... well, it took... Oh, I'm so nervous. I don't want to... let's just check. No, let's not. I'm so nervous. I don't want to derail this. I hear noises. I keep trying. And then I go ahead and I get the orders ready to go, and I'm like, oh crap, well now I can't sleep, because if you sleep, you mess up your time bonus. What time bonus you do have a chance at making. The train's still in the tunnel, isn't it? Oh my god, yeah, it hasn't even gotten to the... There's the containers. Ah! Yeah, this is our new record. So there's the front of the train. And the back just left the tunnel right about there. It's probably the length of like a real... or close to the length of a real-life train. Alright, so we're fast enough. I think we can slow it down a little, just a touch. In fact, we're gonna... if we throw it neutral, we'll give it 1. I want to see... I'm gonna do... a hillside cinematic view from right here. Unfortunately, at night, I really am sorry. I try not to do this on purpose, but I really am just that much of a dumbass. It's coming around the mountain when it comes. Oh, there's a tower up there. Interesting. Why, that looks like a train on the tracks. Oh, that's so cool. I know it's just all flat cars basically, but just the chunk and the time it takes for the train to go by. I don't know, scratches an itch for me, man. As an old O-gauge model railroader guy, this is my jam, man. Oh, the sun I think is coming up. Maybe. Oh yeah, nice and long. That's the kind of train I like. Look at that thing. So what's funny is what we're doing here for this load, basically, is all of those flat cars that we brought to the harbor and then shunted around and unloaded last episode and the episode before that. That's all the same cars that we've got right now. We're just bringing them back to the steel mill and the city, and that'll probably be issued as new shunting jobs at the city. We are actually cruising at a decent pace. You know, I fear getting optimistic, but we might actually manage to pull this off. So we're gonna go in and stop right here, unhook everything that's going to FRC and CSW, pull forward with all the steel mill stuff, drop it off in A and B8 and B7, and then back the locomotive back up to all this, hook up to it, run it through to here, unhook the stuff for FRC and run it through, come back around, hook up to the stuff for the city, and bring the city stuff through. And we might look for stuff for the city or for FRC or whatever here. I don't know. We'll see how I feel when we might add, like, because we've got what, 9 jobs, 3, 6, 9. Yeah. So this is going to be the longest we're going to be. We might add another job to the list on our way through. I do not know. We'll just have to see. We'll have to feel it out. This is kind of nuts. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so the first... Alright, so the first 2 go to B8S. Then the second 2 go to B7S. And the last one goes to be 8S. And we've got 10 cars, 13 cars dropping there, and then the rest but 2, so that should be easy to do. Alright, so we're coming up on where we need to slow down. The good news is the way I organized them, they're going to be easy to split up. Get a little closer to the intersection. I want to be like right about here, I think. Yeah, so that should be good enough there, I think. Alright, so now we hop off and we're going to run all the way down to here because everything from this point back is going forward, so we're going to let the air leak out to function as a braking system there. And as an extra added measure, just I doubt it'll do anything, but pretend like we're actually being professional. So 13 cars from the back is the first drop. So car 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And we're going to just throw the map down here as sort of a marker. And if I'm right, CFF... that's going to be Order 47. CFF 793, 793. Okay, yeah, so I got that right. Alright, so now... pull forward. Because here's my thought process, is now we just drop all the steel mill stuff back up to the rest of it and drag it straight through, rather than dragging the whole train all the way through the steel mill and shunting the whole train around. We're only shunting what we need to at any given time. I'm actually trying to be smart with this. I'm going crazy with the length, but I'm trying to be smart with the train dealio. I also am trying, I turned the audio up on the game, so if it's a little, I should have probably tested that before starting all of this. I might turn it back down just a little bit. We'll see it. We'll see the difference. I'm trying to like balance my audio a little bit better. I'm practicing to make better content for all of you. Okay, remind me, B7S or B8S? B8S is the one we're looking for. And I think, if I'm guessing correctly, yes. So we need... and I hope it's a straight shot through. Oh, thank God it is. Okay. It's a straight shot. Now we should be able to come all the way back here and see. Aha. Wahaha. And the train can just go all the way through, because then we're going to back up into this line here. That's probably good. Set a couple brakes on that one, and then we want the brakes set way in the back. And if we need to rehook back up to it and drag it further in, then fine. Alright, so now we slow down. Switch tracks. Reverse. Forward. Or reverse. I don't know why I said forward. And it should just be all but the last two. Going to B7S. And I'm gonna bank that I remembered that correctly and just assume I'm right. 1, 2. I'm gonna have faith in myself for once in a long time. Slam on the old brakey brakes. Okay, that's far enough in. Want one there, and we want one way up at the front, because that's 2 separate orders, I believe. Oh, shit. I done and forgot to do the switch. So close. So close yet so far. Alright, let's try this one again. Let's try that again. Set all the brakes. Be that annoying guy that sets all the handbrakes on the trains. Whoa, slow down, slow down. I didn't mean to do that. Burnt the shit out of our traction motors. Didn't kill anybody, did I? Nope, everyone's alive. Okay. And I'm hoping that's got enough momentum to take it into the thing all the way. Might have to push that. Not sure. Let's go check. Wow, that was a face plant. Okay, so it should be 65. Check. 47. Check. Or whatever that order was. 61. Check. 47. Check. Ah! And 39. Oh, awesome. And then that should be FRC. Oh! It's almost like I actually know what I'm doing. Holy crap. How much money did we get just off of that? Oh! We had like 10 grand. We got like 30K out of that. Of course, we're not paying our fees yet, which are atrocious, but that's to be expected. Insurance only needs you to pay 21 to clear all fees. Whatever. So let's have a quick look here. City Southwest, steel mill, yada yada yada. Machine factory, no. Harbor town, no. Goods, no. Goods, no. Harbor, no. Goods, no. Harbor, nope. Okay. Nothing to take with us. So now we hop into this dealio once more. Pull ourselves forward, and we're going to cut straight through. Oh, man, that worked out so well. Knocking on wood, that's how the rest of our trip goes. Because I'm trying, believe it or not, despite my complete lack of ability to make this game happen while the sun is out, I'm actually trying to get a little more organized in how I do this. So I can actually come across as a semi-legit player. Well, I do have to say, the slug is beneficial. I'm seeing a lot of benefits with it in terms of power, because we would not have been able to do that with just the 4 DE2s. No way in hell. We would have maybe been able to 2/3 of that whole deal with the DE2s. But I don't know if it's just it doesn't do very well with the DE2s and it does better with the DE6s, or what. I feel like I don't know. I want to go back. I want to, for a little while, I think, go back to Steam. Even if we go back to doing smaller runs for a little while. I want to go back to doing Steam. We need to get manual service. And then I'm going to start working on getting the bigger locomotives. But I am such a bad driver. What takes me so long to do this is I'm such a bad driver, I cook the crap out of my train and have to pay all the repair bills and shit. Well, that's not helping. To be honest, these big loads are not super profitable. You notice we got like 30K, but we're going to have to pay 21K to get our insurance paid back. Honestly, these are not... I need to stop doing these kind of loads. They're not... They're cool. They're interesting. They're just not super efficient because we don't have a locomotive that can do... Like if we did all... We could probably do all this with one DE6, right? Because one DE6, I think, has got something like 2,000 tons worth of capacity or something to that metric. And this is only 776. We could have added more load to this that was available in harbor with just the one DE6. Now, it would struggle like hell, but it would do it. And that's far more efficient cost-wise to have and maintain one locomotive than it is to maintain what is essentially 5 locomotives. The only one of these, like, really crazy long ones that I remember being just absurdly profitable was I had one before I was recording these videos for the channel. I had one load I did from Food Factory. And Food Factory down to Harbor is almost entirely all downhill, especially if you do it right. So I turned my engine off for almost half the trip. And there's even a video, on my channel, I think it's called Creepy Tunnel. Creepy Tunnel, a slow drag, and no engine is the name of the episode. Where I did something similar, but I didn't do it to the extreme like I did in the other one. I didn't record the one where I really did it super well. And by doing what I did, where I turned basically the train off for almost a half of the trip, I saved fuel and sand and a whole bunch of other maintenance things that I didn't have to then pay for down later. Huge payoff. I think it was something like $10,000 in insurance for a payoff of $70,000. It was an $85,000 run or something like. I mean, it was absurd. I think it was the DM3, the Diesel Mechanical 3 that I did that with. Yeah, that was an ordeal. It took me like 2 hours because I just let the hill do it. So I controlled the whole train entirely off of the brakes, which was slower but more efficient overall, I think. I don't know. I do want to get back into steam, though. Diesels are cool. I like my diesels, I will say. But, I'm a steam man. I like my steam trains. Well, the sun is finally coming up. Yeah, I'm just going to pick a glamour shot when the sun comes up, even if it's not the full train. Because even if I tried, the thumbnail would look something like this, if to try to get the whole train in one. Even with the amount we've got now, the train's there and then all the way back here. That's not a good thumbnail. I'm going to just do a glamour shot like I try to do. I try to get semi-beautiful glamour shots. thumbnails. Cool stuff. Okay, so now we need to slow way down. I lost track of where I was at. Hang on a minute. Ah, here we go. What the shit? Uh-oh. 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 Oh no! Oh my god, what happened? Oh no! Oh, we whipped the tail too hard. Take it easy. Don't go so hard through the corners with the long ass train. I knew that was going to be a problem at one point. Alright, I went ahead and did a reload because we can't afford to re-rail. I don't want to have to restart because we've screwed ourselves over with our... Because if we've run out of money, we can't pay for maintenance. And if we can't pay for maintenance, then we can't keep railroading. You can actually soft lock yourself in this game. Come on. I'm hovering over it, aren't I? So I think this is a downhill grade. We just gotta take it easy. Am I leaning? No, I'm not leaning. No way in hell the train's derailed, is it? I don't think so. This might not be a half bad glamour shot. Headlights are turned off. Looking good. Yeah, that's the one thing about the long trains you gotta remember, and that I've consistently had issues with, is don't go too fast, because even though you're fine in the locomotive and the front of the train is fine, that back of the train's going to be whipping around this corner at Mach Jesus, and you can lose it real quick. And actually, we can't stay here and watch this, because we need to go slow the train down over here. Because I believe this is our turn. I could be mistaken, but I think this, yeah, this is our, that's our exit, because that's going to take us up to the forest, which is over there. So what we need to do is we need to come back here. The only thing going to the forest is this. I did that very wrong. And I pushed myself right past it because I am just not on, I'm not on this logic. This, what is this logic that you speak of? That, you know, things that make sense? No, I'm not down for that. Logic sounds like too much work to me. To just do it easy peasy the normal way, like a sane human being, that just seems too much like too much work. Alright, so let's do it the same way we did it last time. Full brakes. I know for a fact the only thing going to the logging location is the log cars. So we do not need any flat cars to bring with us. Oh, I'm excited! I've not actually been to the Forest Central. Oh crap, you know what we forgot? I think it's called Forest Central. Back here. Ah, they despawned. Okay, so we need to go to Lost and Found. Ah, there it be. What the? Oh, licenses. Cool. There's what I was looking for. I love that Lost and Found hut. Saved me from losing a lot of things. Because to the shock of, I'm imagining, absolutely nobody, I forget shit all the time. I'm sure that's a surprise to all of you. Let's not derail this time, shall we? I want to accomplish the longest train drive in my entire career. Yeah! Wookie. Wookie driving a train. Seems like a logical job choice for a Wookie. I'd be down for Chewbacca driving a train. Better than all the other Disney crap that's coming out. Chewbacca drives train. Crashes through Grand Central Station. Kills 90. Fireball in Gulf City. I'd dead ass watch that. That sounds like an early shit post or something like that. I'd be down. I'd be down, and I'm sure a lot of people would be for that too. Just that title. Give it the beans. We can afford the beans. Alright, so I have never been to Forest Central. So this will be interesting. I hope those don't despawn. They shouldn't. Oh my god, they did already, didn't they? Oh no, they're still there. They shouldn't, because they're part of active jobs, so I don't think they're gonna despawn. But I suppose we can always cancel the loads if that's the case and just call it. We'll see. Nothing that I have done thus far has told me that that's what's going to happen. So we're going to FRC. And we're looking for B4S. Coming up from the south. So it looks like it's going to just be an easy... be an incline the whole way, isn't it? Whoop, that's not where we want to go. I think this is our player house, actually. Yeah, it is. Absolutely nothing to do here, but this is our player house. It's a quaint little thing. I like. Sleep in bed. Yes. shit. Shit, we're gonna derail. Shit. Ooh, fuck. Derailing. Derailing happening. Oh, that says 30, and we're doing near 70. We're gonna derail. Woo! Wow, okay. Now, why did we pull that off? How did that happen? I have no idea how that happened. So we come around the windy bendy here. Oop, don't lose track of the track. There we go. Okay, so now we need to make our decision. Which is this way. And then we need B4S, which is the far one. Beautiful. Let's go catch up with what I'm assuming is going to be a very fast-moving train. Oh, we're derailing. We're derailing. We're going down. It's going down. Ugh! Why do I keep doing that just the right time? How do I pull that off? But I can't, I fail at like every other when I'm not paying attention. When I'm panicking and saying I'm gonna derail, I don't derail. But when I'm whatever. Alright, so now we should just be able to roll in nice and easy. While that's doing that, I'm going to pop in over here and check to see, is there anything... Deliver logs to sawmill, shunting... Oh, that would be the load I think we're bringing in soon. It's all sawmill. Oh, it's just good to know if we want to do like a logging train, which would be cool. All of our licenses. Cool. Cars. What's the locomotive that's located here? Oh, it's a steam train. Steam choo-choo. Cool. Well, we better run over here and stop this before it goes flying off the rails. Make it all the way in? It did not! Because why would it? I thought I was being big brain and figured it out. So I think the locomotive... We don't want to flip a 180. We want to go out backwards. Because then we're going to hook right back up with the same locomotive. Yeah, we're going to go out backwards. So we need to pull this the rest of the way in. Let the locomotive go forward. That should be it. Jeez, those cars just don't want to slow down, huh? An extra brake just to make sure it stops. Okay, so the cool part about what we can do here is we can do a neat trick called let the train do what it's going to do. And hope we're quick enough to catch back up with it. So I say... Yep, it's good. So the train's going to shoot its way through there at however fast it's going to do that. Hopefully not derailing. Oh, hey, we made the time bonus on that, too. Damn, 20K on that. I don't know, this might actually prove... What's our current fee amount? Ooh. Train is making its way through, isn't it? Yeah, it's doing it. Just slug it. Ah, oh, what the hell? Oh, we went right into the shack. Okay. So, at our current fees... Oh, we're still at 21... Okay, so, you know, we may actually make a really good profit off of this. Don't derail, don't derail. Okay. Kind of forgot that we can't go too fast around this. This is going to work out pretty well, I think. Knocking on wood that those other jobs are still there. I don't foresee any reason for them to not be there. I know some things despawn, like you saw when I went back to the steel mill. All those flat cars we had just dropped off were already despawned and replaced with the next load that the steel mill had available. Which, honestly, is one thing that does kind of annoy me about the game. I wish they would set it to where, like, you had a set number of cars in various places, and you had to go to different places and move the cars around. Because the way they've got it done, you could very easily get into a routine of steel mill to harbor, to steel mill to harbor, to steel mill to harbor, to steel mill to harbor, back and forth and back and forth. Other than, I want to go there, there's no incentive for you to go to another location. Like, it would be so cool if you rolled up to the logging station and, oh, all the cars are full with logs. Cool. They need empty logs to do more loads, so we need to bring those down to the sawmill. Well, now that the logs are out, we need to bring them back empty to the logging station up here so they can be reloaded. Rather than just, oh, boom, there's another load for you. I keep saying I'm going to, but I keep either not having the time or forgetting to do so. I need to look and see if there's a mod. There might be a mod that does that. Because I can't imagine it wouldn't be too difficult to, like, have 100 of a specific car, 200 of the flat cars. You know, get an idea of, like, on average, how many of any individual car is on the map, and then set it a few above that average. And then have the loads randomized based on what cars are at what locations. That would be super freaking cool. It might also fix the issue of all the cars getting split up, because like all those cars, all those flat cars, those are all those cars I told you back about in the last episode that were all one big long load of excavators and others and rails and other shit that we then had to put 2 cars over here, put 3 cars over there, put 2 cars over there, which was annoying as hell. I don't know. There's a couple ways I think they could fix it. Make it a little more realistic. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. I guess a little more... I don't know. I don't know the phrasing I'm looking for, but I think you guys kind of get what I mean. It would work really, really well, I think. But I wouldn't know how to program it or what to do to make that change. So we should be approaching the downhill section. I think it's this hump here, and then the rest of this is downhill. Woo! Ooh, foggy. No, we have to be in the afterlife because it's foggy. That's a Conan Exiles joke. This is a cool area, actually. It's too foggy to zoom in and look at it. Ugh! Now everything's too bright. We went from night to bright to... Ugh. Wow, we need to slow the fuck down. Yo, we're gonna derail. We're gonna derail. It's happening. Derailing. Actively, currently derailing. Too sharp of a corner. That's all I gotta do. I've solved the problem. I've done it. I've figured out how to master the game. You just, every time you think you're gonna die, you just start going, derailing, actively derailing. And then the game will just, has a compulsive urge to prove you wrong. It has to prove you wrong. Well, here we are. It successfully proved me wrong. It had to. It had no choice. Otherwise, it was going to come across as abiding by what I told it to do, and it can't do that. That would make it a bitch. The game can't handle being called a bitch. Can't do what it's told. Wow, speaking of derailing, wow, I really went off the deep end with that one. I am getting tired. I am getting tired. There's like, I've got two personalities when I'm tired. A manic weirdo who, oh my god, we're gonna die, 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 we're gonna die. Oh yeah. Which is why you're supposed to set a handbrake. But, you know, who does that bullshit? Is this right before the collision or right after the collision? It appears to be right before. Aha! Yeah, it failed. Yeah, the brakes failed. Okay. Eh, no biggie. We gotta push our way back anyway. I'm so glad I'm playing this on baby mode because that's the kind of shit that would happen to me all the time. And I would never be able to finish an actual career mode, at least not in my current skill level. Look, I love this game, but I recognize my skill level. I need baby mode. I am baby train conductor. I play with model trains and not real ones for a very, very good reason. Very damn good reason. We can probably, you know what, we might actually be able to pick up a load here at the farm on our way through. Going to city. I could be wrong, but I want to say the farm has city loads. And if that's the case, then we might pick up an extra load, make some extra money while we're at it. Because FM is farm. And we'll just bring a bunch of shit with us to the city. Nice and easy, actually, because I'm going to go ahead. So it's going to go through here. Okay, so it's going to go straight through. So what does... Oh, it's got DM3. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So we're looking for... CSW, City Southwest. Deliver wool to goods factory. There's all the box cars and animal cars that I've been looking for. That's a food factory load. Food factory. Shit, we're gonna have to come to the farm and do some loads from the farm. Harbor. Shunting. Unload and store. Oh, there's nothing here. Okay. These are the box cars I like. I don't like those containers on the flat cars. These box cars I think look way cooler. There need to be more of these. How's the progress of the... Whoop! There it is. Honestly, we can probably just leave it at the notch 1 and let it carry its way through. Let's go check the oil well. While the locomotive is catching up with us. Let's run to the next station, which is here. Is it already set to let it go all the way through? It is. And let's pop over here. Is there anything here going to the city? Anything at all that we can just whip onto the back of the train and bring with us? Nope. And there's nothing between here and the city, so we're gonna just coast all the way through. Cool. Well, that's cool. Makes for an easy run, but I was actually kind of hoping for something to grab on our way through. Oh well. Gives us time to then do this. So we're going... This is going to get dropped off first at C2I. And we're coming in... We're coming in from the east, I believe. Let me check the map. Yeah, we're coming in from the east, so we need... C2, A3, and C4. So C2I... way in the back, so we gotta basically go... this isn't gonna be fun. We actually might need to go all the way through and then come back in northeast-wise. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do, because A3S is going to be a bitch. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, I read that wrong. A3S isn't going to be that bad. But we need to go through... Set that to 1. How much faith do we have the train's going to do it? I'm just going to make sure it's going straight through. I don't see any diverging. Cool. So it's going to come through here. You know what? It's all pretty flat here. Let's go turn that off. Just let it coast. As much as it would be fun to see, I don't need this thing coming into the city at Mock Jesus, blowing everything up. So let's... Ugh, that's so disorienting. Okay. So we want to make the turn here. So come around this corner. And we want to go straight through. So here's the city. Perfect, because then once we cut through there, we're looking for over here. Yep. C2I. It's this one right here. Yep, that's about what that's gonna do. Okay. Ah. Wonder how far the train made it. We could check the map, I guess. It's still moving. It's probably around this bend a little bit here. Whoop, there she be. Oh, I suppose we could have left it in gear. I don't think it would have hurt it. Okay, so we're going to go all the way through, and then we're going to back into C. And drop off the boxcars. Then we're going to pull back out, drop off the first consist of the flat cars, which is made up of 8 of them. And then the last batch is the 4 going to C4S. That's not bad. That's this is going to be an interesting run. And if we end up only paying the $21,000, we're going to go from, I think I had like $10,000. I don't exactly remember. I think I had like 10 grand. So right now, if I had 10 grand, we've made $51,000 approximately. Jeez Louise. If only I could say that in real life. Woo! I make more than that in a year, but I could do that in like one job. That would be cool, like this. I'd like 51,000 for one like, what was it? It was probably, I would say, maybe 4 or 5 in-game days. Between putting everything all together, getting it organized, planned out, and then actually doing it, it was probably about, we made about $51,000 for 5 to 6 days in game. So under my yearly, just under my yearly income in less than a week, I could do that. I'd like that. That would not, that I for one can say that I would not be adverse to that. Anyone want to hire me? I don't even care what it is. You know, as long as it doesn't break my purity pledge that I took, I do not care. Outside of that one boundary for 51,000 for 6 days, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I do a lot of shit. Hopefully it's driving a train or a truck, because that's what I'm really, well, not necessarily a train, but if you want to pay me 51,000 for 6 days of driving a semi or a vehicle, then yeah, I'll do that. That's what I'm good at. I can do it. Call me. I'm a professional. And I actually am. I am a trained professional. I take great pride in the fact that I've had 3 incidences. 3 minor incidences, not actual accidents. I mean, they're accidents, yes, but they're not like crashing into something. I've had 3 minor incidences in the 3 years that I've been driving truck. And the 2 big accidents I was involved in were entirely not my fault. One of them one of them you could even say, as far as me personally, I wasn't even involved. My truck was, because I was asleep in the back when the guy backed into me. The other one, the guy merged into me, into my passenger side steer tire. Wasn't paying any freaking attention, and I don't know how it was possible. But I know for a fact I was in my lane, and he merged into my passenger side and just destroyed this Prius. Oh my god. His Prius didn't even get past my fucking lug nuts, man. My lug nuts shredded that car like you wouldn't even believe. Like, you'd think I'd hit him, like, really hard. No, it was just my lug nuts twisting off chunks of his car because he merged his car into me. And that's it. 3 years of driving truck, those are my only incidences. The other ones were like, I cracked my headlight, I cracked a piece of fiberglass on a weather shroud, and I dented the back of my cab with an airline that got loose. Minor stuff that, you know, just happens to, that just occurs. Like, not every truck driver kind of thing, but the kind of accidents that just happen. You don't mean to trip and shatter that lamp. It happens, you know, that kind of shit. So I am actually a professional. I do my job very well, and I take a lot of care to not be the asshole truck driver that everybody is afraid of. And I'm really not. I mean, if you're being a dumbass, I'm gonna sit here and cuss you out as you brake check me, because I don't care the circumstance. I don't even care if the truck driver was in the wrong. You brake check a semi-truck, you're the idiot. The truck driver could be actively trying to be a dumbass. And if you get in front of an 80,000 pound vehicle that takes 10 of its own length to come to a safe stop and brake check that vehicle, you are a fucking moron. That's kind of like the guys that robbed you are still wrong for robbing you, but you're also a dumbass for running around in a dark alley in a city screaming, "I've got $100,000 in cash," and waving it around. Two things can be true. The truck driver might be in the wrong, but if you brake check him, you're also an idiot. Don't ever, please, for the love of God, anyone who's actually listening to this, it's not worth it. I promise. I swear to you. Because we don't give a rat's ass. If you brake check us, I'm not even kidding you. We are trained to just run your ass over if we can't safely stop. Because it's more dangerous for us to swerve our vehicle out of the way. That's how heavy and dangerous these trucks are. If you brake check us and we can't stop safely, we're to just run you over. And if you get flattened like a pancake, it's your dumbass fault. Please, as a personal PSA to any of my viewers who are listening, I truly do not care how angry you are. Do not brake check a semi-truck driver. Get their number off the side of their truck. Like, take a picture of the side of their truck, call their company, launch a formal complaint. Because at least that way, you won't fucking die if the truck's brakes fail or if it's too heavy and you brake checked them too hard. Because I've seen it happen. I was behind a guy who I was able to stop. The guy in front of me wasn't. And the guy in front of him had brake checked him. I do not know if there was any fatalities, but I do know that it flattened. The truck that got hit was an F-150. And it was a Kenworth that hit him. The Kenworth was fine. I mean, damaged, obviously, but probably needed to be towed. But the guy hopped out and was relatively untouched. The truck driver. The F-150 was just completely fucking flattened. And if you told me the guy died, I wouldn't be surprised. And I'll be the first to admit it. Are there dumbass truck drivers out there who deserve to be screamed at and told that they're fucking idiots? You bet your ass. I am not going to be an idiot and argue with that. There absolutely are truck drivers like that. I'm just saying, it is not worth your life to, quote unquote, teach them a lesson. I've asked some people who've done it before why they did it, and the most common response for some reason seems to be, I got to teach you a lesson, or I'm gonna teach you a lesson for being an idiot. Buddy, the lesson is not worth your life. It really, really isn't. And I'm speaking from serious experience here. It is not pretty. Don't test a semi-truck. Don't play chicken with it. Don't cut it off. Don't brake check it. You're lucky if nothing happens. That's what it is. It's not you're lucky you survived when something happens. You're lucky if nothing happens. And I'm on the lighter side, okay? As kind of a general reference, my company, we don't do heavy haul. We do 80,000 pounds. That's our limit. We don't actually hit 80,000. We tend to sit at about 79 and a little bit lower than that. But that's about our typical weight. At 60, it takes almost 11 of my lengths, and I'm 75 feet long. So 75 times 11 feet, or no, 75 feet times 11, that's how long it takes me to stop at 60. You can stop within 2 or 3 of your car's lengths. I have hit you, run you over, flattened you like a pancake, and been on to running the next 5 cars in line down by the time I even come close to coming to a stop. And there are trucks out there who do heavy haul who are up into the 120,000 pounds. It's never worth it. I've literally told people before who flip me off and have a problem. I'll say, okay, fine. Here's my company's number, call and make a complaint. Because I'd rather them call and make a complaint than do some stupid shit that's going to make me... And frankly, I mean, you might think I'm kidding in the phrase of make me, like they're holding the gun to my head and making me do it. It's pretty much that serious. There is a certain point where I just don't have... I have control to a certain degree. And if you're enough of a dumbass, you can take enough of that control away from me where, honestly, it's like, okay, you forced me to do this. And like I said, it's not a joke. It is seriously not a joke. We are trained. If you are at risk of plowing into somebody and you're in a multi-lane section and your options are swerve into oncoming or swerve into another lane of traffic, go off into a ditch and go off into the ditch and off-road, or ram the guy, we ram them. We're supposed to hit them. Because people don't realize that for everybody, collectively, it's the safer option. It doesn't seem like it. It's like, oh my god, no it's not, because you're going to absolutely fucking kill the poor bastard that you're hitting. Well, yes. It's better than me going off into the ditch, my truck flipping over onto its side, cascading down a hill, or in some cases it'll hit the ditch and the trailer can pop up and flip out onto the road, for lack of a better way of putting it, and crushing another car, or causing a 60-car pileup, or swerving into oncoming or other lanes of traffic, forcing them to swerve. And this is how you get 40, 50, 60-car pileups. And as awful of a thing as it is to say, it's most of the time, and it's by situation, right? Sometimes the situation is different, and that's why you take a professional driver to do this, because you have to make that split-second decision of what is going to be the right choice in this situation. Unfortunately, sometimes the right choice is kill the bastard in front of you who brake checked you, so you don't kill the family that's sitting next to you that you swerved into if you went into that lane, or the family you killed in the oncoming lane, or you going off into the cliff and sending your truck cascading off into some other location on the highway, causing even more of a pileup. All of this is to say, for the love of God, don't brake check a semi-truck driver, please. Scream at us, cuss us out, flip us off. I don't care. Roll your window down and shake your fist at us like an old grandma, swearing up and down like a sailor. Please do that. Just don't brake check. Don't. The other thing some people will do, which I've never understood, is they will drive up next to us and feign like they're going to force their way into our lane. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than kind of like how a boxer fakes that he's going to throw a punch. Same deal, only they fake that they're going to drive right into you, causing you to then swerve and freak out. Trying to teach a truck driver a lesson, at best, I'll tell you the outcome right now. At best, you do something stupid, the truck driver almost crashes, you speed off and get ahead of him and are gone, and he never sees you again. And the truck driver sits back in his truck, cusses you out, and says that you're a fucking idiot, goes back to doing his job, and just ignores your existence because you're nothing to him. That is literally the outcome of road rage against a truck driver. Almost every time. Almost every time. And I just don't believe that's worth risking your life for. Little PSA. I care about people. I care about you people. I care about people in general. Is everybody good? No. There are people out there who are just assholes. But no one deserves to get run down like a dog on the highway. And it's a simple matter. Okay? Drive up next to us. Oh, his truck says Swift. If you can do it safely, you can get maybe if you got good memory, or you can do it safely, if you got a dash cam, Get the truck number, or even just remember the name of the company, and then look it up. Grab their phone number and say, hey, I was driving on this road at this time, and one of your drivers came out and he did this stupid shit that almost caused some accident or whatever it is your grievance is with him. And let that be that. Alright, safety rant aside, we did our job. Oh, all but one job we made our time bonus. How about that? I got a bit emotional there thinking about... Because I've seen accidents. I've seen some pretty bad accidents on the road. When you live in a truck and you're on the road 24/7, pretty much, you see a lot more than the average person. And I've seen more cars on fire in my 3 years being a truck driver than 21 years prior. So there you go. Anyhow, we've got $105,000. What's our fees at? It says only need to pay $21,000. So if we go down to the $21,000, yeah. Yeah! Holy smokes, we made $74,000. Holy crap. There's a shop in this place, I think. I think there's a shop. Station map. Yeah, there is. It's over this way. So, what key is available? Reginald's. So, Reginald's, I believe, was the hand car. I don't want the hand car, so we're going to grab a lantern, a shovel, and a lighter. Ha 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 ha! We got new shit. Cool. And then let's go... Whoop. Grab some licenses real quick. We're going to go ahead and grab manual service. We can get the DM3 or... Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Look at us. Look at us. DH4 must have train length 2. Ah! Really? We're not going to have enough because I bought manual service. Can we get the S282? Wait, really? We can get the S282. Oh. Do we do it? I'm going to put a poll in for you guys. Do we get train length? We could also get Hazmat 1, too. I'll leave it up to you guys. Train length. Train length 2, Hazmat 1. Train length plus Hazmat 1. Or S282. I'll do a poll on the channel. You guys can vote on that poll to let me know what you guys want me to do, and then we'll do something from there. Thank you all for watching. Please be safe out on the road. I love you all. I want what's best for everybody. Please just be safe out there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all again in the next one. I don't know why I'm making weird pauses in between these sentences and weird inflections on them. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.